You want to come? How can we do this? Should I place in front of it? Okay, so is it between here and here? Is that the way I got to put my nose here? Okay, so yeah, I knew it would come to this. Come join me in a live. I'm going to be sharing this out. What do I talk about? What do I do? What is this channel about? Do you want to know about me or the channel? Thing is, this channel must be judged by the words they speak, by the designs, the artwork, the relationships. It's all about relationships, but relationships that have already happened. Adam and Eve, two pipes coming together, twisting with a little, what do you call it? The end. What do they call the end that twists two wires together? How does the electricity flow? How does the water flow through the turbines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you multiplied them, I don't have the answer, but I do know that 1 times 2 times 3 is 6, times 4 is 24. So the lower house of numbers, 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, equals to what is 10 added and 24. The upper set, 6, 7, 8, 9, when added, equals to 30. When multiplied, it's 72 by 7 equals 504. 504 times 6, is that 3024? 9 times 8 times 7 times 6. 3024. 3024. I don't know why I'm having a little anxiety. Should I put this on the other side? Like, I don't want it really on this side. Go slow. Go slow. Is it easy to be who? Me? No, not for me. Do I want to be me? Do I have to be me? Do I like being me? Yes. What do I have to do to be me? What rules and regulations do I have to follow to be me? The obsession of the gematria of understanding the angles, geometric shapes, the dots and the dashes that connect these geometric shapes, the distance of this connection, knowing that the Aztec worked by dots and dashes, 5s and 1s, knowing a little bit about everything and nothing at all until you ask me the question to look is only when I can awaken to something. Otherwise, I don't know where I'm going to be. It would be more impressive to show you where it is than to, actually, it would be more impressive for me to learn it than to show you where it is with my presentation, other than you asking. Roman numerals, right? Roman numeral M, D, C, L, X, V1. Or how about 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then we're going to go 0, 1, up, 5, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then we're going to go 0, 0, 0, 5, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 1. These are the Roman numerals. The first one is, the first one adds up to a 1. The second row is a 5, 1, 2 fire signs adds up to a 6. Adds up to a 6 and a 1. The next row, here's a 6, here's a 6, here's a 6. It's a 5, 1, 6 and a 5, 1, 6. All these zeros, and here is one of the pieces of art that you're going to string together, right? When you connect all these zeros together, it creates the piece of art of what the Roman numerals say. M13, 2 digits. If you want to call it 2 digits for 2 letters, it equals to 54, duality in Mars. Single digit, the lunar moon. Single digit, duality. But here, it's an ABC plus I equals 12. How do we achieve 12? Stop at 13, 9 and 4. A, B, C, D to the divided house of 414, 144,000, because it's brought together. So before I show what's up here, how's everybody doing, all one of us? Well, let me pull this out. Let me just get this out. Oh, and here's the block. Look at that. So how did I mumbo jumbo this? Okay. 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 I am coming out from under the table with another block that I lost and more house cleaning and management. Bow tie, tie, bow tie. Tell me about the bow tie and the tie. Why the bow tie? Why the tie? Yeah, the other thing is somebody said to me in roulette, that was a very good question in the prior video, is on the roulette wheel, what happens with number 10, which is a 1 plus 0 equals to 1? and number 11, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, right? 10 and 11. Now, why do we not reduce 11? One of my thoughts is this, is when you're working with 3 cubes, wow. When you're working with 3 cubes, the split apart is 10 and 11. Now, if I reduce 11, you would never know what it was at 2. So we keep it at 11. The split of what is A1 and F6 times 3 equals to 3 equals to 18. When you add 7 to 3, it equals to 10. When you minus 7, it equals to 11. It would have been 0.75 plus 3 equals to 105, and 18 minus 7.5 equals to 105. 7 equals to what is 3.5 times 2, or what is 2.5 plus 1, 2.5 minus 6, 1.5 minus 5, 1.5 plus 2, 0.5 plus 3, 0.5 minus 4. Out of nowhere, one person here, I don't know if you've ever been here before. I come out here and I do a lot of talking to myself, a lot of reasons for why I continue to talk when no one's here is irregardless that no one's here now, that I upload all of these. I put myself out there to have the opportunity for others to see what I see, possibly that I'm looking at something wrong, possibly a question that might expand my thoughts. You would be like the memory bank, or, when you would come in here, I would go out there. And I want to create this into, it's already a working algorithm. I know it functions. The mathematics is like crazy. 4 times 3. I mean, just a simple math thing, Just a simple math thing. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 plus 3 is 7, equals to 19. 1 plus 9 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 4 by 3, right? I shouldn't have done that one. I didn't want to do that one. I wanted to do this one. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 and 9 equals to 15. Okay, 1 and 5 equals to 6. I flip it around, it's 44. 4 by 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 and 16, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. It does this on every single side. So I just have to clean up a little bit. I have to drink some water. Yeah, not an easy job. Oh, it's a great job. It's just a great job. Sometimes it's not easy for many reasons. Some is just the behind the scenes thoughts, that goes through somebody's mind, in order to first of all, one of the important things is that the lingo, you know, and that the message I convey is that I don't want to say that I'm here for me, I'm here for me. I want to say, this is what I see. What do you see? Like a game, like we're all playing a game where we're all finding things. Imagine 25,920. 25,920. Tell me something you know, right? Tell me something you know, not something I know. I mean, or something new, or you know, I don't know. This is like first time I'm this age on this day, and we got to get some likes out of here. How does this work? So how do we pump this page? Do we use this? Do we use regular music? I need more pens. I need more pens. Oh my God, I don't have enough pens. I should be using pencils. I don't know why I'm using pens, but I'm using pens. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should use a pencil. So what is it in the lead, right? What's a pencil made out of? Maybe I should be using, whoa, sorry about that phone. Oh my God. What is in a pencil? What's the pencil lead made from? What is it? Chalk, charbon, carbon? Tell me.
According to Wikipedia, the lead of the pencil is a mix of finely ground graphite and clay powders. Before the two substances are mixed, they are separately cleaned of foreign matter and dried in a manner that creates large square cakes. Once the cakes have fully dried, the graphite and the clay squares are mixed together using water.
What were pencils made like 40 years ago? They did not contain the toxic metal lead. And you know what's funny is there's a talk going on right now on TikTok. They say it's one of the most talked about. Let me just see this for a second. What's the most talked about subject on TikTok? Would it have to do anything with mercury or lead? Yeah, I was. Anyways, regardless, doesn't matter. How is everybody? What do I talk about on this channel? What is this channel about? Is it the movable green screen in the background? I have tools, just waiting for like at least 10 people to come, and so I can, because right now I'm not going to share much new stuff. I still am over swamped with items I have not completed. I am very happy that I'm moving this from an area space to another area space to be occupied elsewhere, probably get in my way as well. Oh, maybe I can put it up here, upside down. Wow, here. Maybe I can put it there. Wow, it'd be just like going to school. That'd be so cool. So I can make a cubby hole. I made so many cubby holes. Maybe, wait a second. I got a cubby hole over here. Oh yeah, I can put it there. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it's out of the way. I got it. I did it. Oh, now I got to plug it in. I don't like the plug over there, right? So I can just, since I don't like the plug there, I can move it, right? And then plug it in down here, right? It's like, so, and then I can slip it and then drop it under the table. Right, there we go. And then this can actually, I drive truck. I used to drive trucks like this, and I really want to get going and calm myself down, Woo! Yeah. Okay. Wow. The only reason I can do these things, like if it seems like cuckoo, and somebody might say, oh, I remember that kind of stuff, because I'm from the 60s and I saw all this growing up. My mother said, every time you go out, you come home somebody different. Yes, Ma, I'm very young. I don't know very much. So everything I see, okay, somehow it goes in there and I choose to be one of these things, except for the clumsy part. Not sure how that works, not sure how the clumsy part, works, So let me sit up. Like I'm trying to be clean and I'm making, I can put that in here. I just put that away before. Now, okay, I can put that here. Oh, and now I got this wire. Where do I put this wire? Oh, look at that. I can put it here. Now, where do I put this? Oh, I can put that here. I can put that right here. Look, I can put that right here. I can put that here with this. I can make a hole in here or in here, Most of the time it's in here. Like you see that? That chop right off, boom, just like that. Oh no, I wasn't trying. Oh, I was really trying. I shouldn't have tried so hard. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if I can do this. Pray to God that you do not slip it in your finger. I think it's working. I think God's listening to me. Oh yeah, God's listening. Do you know how I know? I can feel it. The only way it goes through my finger that God don't listen is if it comes out the other end here. All right? So we're going to hold it on the side here. Now look at that. The angels have come to town and shifted the fingers. See, the angels came and shifted the fingers. You see, who came to the rescue? Who came to the rescue? Did the angels come to rescue God by the breath? Who were those silver-winged angels? Was it Pegasus that blew through my nose, V8 and V6? That I should have the breath of a dragon going through the tunnel of 32? Because 4 are the wisdom? 28 and 4? 64 minus 4? Oh, yes. So are we through on this yet? We are, eh? Look at that. I made a hole. It didn't work, but lo and behold, give me a second. It's bothering me. I have to get this out of the way. I have the drill bit, and I got the drill. So I am Mr. Magoo. I am Tim the Toolman Taylor, and I'm telling you, be careful when you use drills. Put your mask on. I got mine on, and did you see how fast that came at the end? God was with me right to the end. I'm telling you, he jumped on in. It must have been the fastest one. God must be a cat. There's nothing faster than the cat than the snake. Must have been one or the other. If it was the snake, I would have got bitten. It must have been the cat that saved my life. Wow, 9 lives, I live again. Wow. Because the end result of something is to completing all the 9s. The 10 is the result. Wow. Whew. Whew. Holy mac. Wow, that was scary. Wow. Pop right on through there, eh? So I really don't come out here for the entertainment reality, although it's part of the reality itself. Because everything just goes with the flow, and that flow are the 2 moons of Mars and Earth association. I have come to the point in the connection to 7, 6, 1, 6, or 1 through 7 equals to 28, AG silver cord. Knowing that we run 36 degrees, that the bottom line are the cardinals, the second line is the fixed, the third line is the mutable. It took the fixed and the cardinals to create. this line over here. 13 and 14, 27. 13 and 17, 30. 13 and 20, 33. 19 and 23 doesn't exist. 10. Which number were we on right now? I forget the number. Yes, 27, right? So 10 and 27 is 37. And 7, right? 7 and 30 is 37. And 4 and 33. So now, okay, we got 37. Now to get over there, 13 and 14 is 27. I was working on 27, made a mistake. 10 and 17, 7 and 20, 4 and 23, and 1 and 26. You can have 16 and 11, 19 and 8, 22 and 5, 25 and 2. That was 27, right? 22 and 5 is 27. So that's the Aztec, and that's our numbers. That's our alphabet, and that's a Tzolk'in connecting calendar of 260 days. At the same time, the basic is 1. 1 and 9 is 10 is 1. And then there is no other one, right? Now you notice, look at that. This one versus this one. Look at the one inside here. What does it say? So let's leave out that double digit, okay? All of what is in the 10th house. Underneath the heading of 10, you start 10.1, 10.2, all the way to 10.9. All other the heading of the double digit. First double digit, singularity, or is it in duality? And the only singularity for our moon is here. There's a few ways to look at these things. What I was going to do is binary, okay? Basic doubling up on numbers is 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, and then 5 and 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. If this happens here, then it happens here, and it happens here again. Why? Because there's a 1 here, and then there's a 1 here at 19, so it'd be 19, 38, 76, 152, 304, 608, which is a 7th gate gateway. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. 608. And then the first 24 connects 25, and the 22, 23, 25, and then 25, and then you meet and you connect K and N, 25, the heart of 25. Reverse alphabet, 12 and 15, 27. Reverse alphabet, 3 and 14, 27. So you can see that these two touch together and these two touch together. Do you want to see something funny? The letter L is the 12th letter. L. The letter O is the 15th letter. The letter V is the 22nd letter. 2 and 2 is 4, but so is 1 and 3, 4. And the reverse alphabet is 14, 1 and 5, E. L-O-V-E. The only two that connect up to that 27. After that, it's all split. 18 and 9, 27. 21 and 6, 27. 24 and 3, 27. 4 and 23, 7 and 20. 10 and 17, all split. By the 13 and 14, the alphabet splits at 13.5. 135, 153 fish jump out. 51 by 3, Mars area space holding vibration 2, 3, and 4. This is a schematic. This game, okay, because of it, because the number 1 turns black and red again, the connecting of 1 and 6, 7, and 4 and 9 reflection of minus 9 from 4 and minus 1 from 6 equaling to 55, and minus 13 from 18 or MR in the ocean equals to 5, and they're all minus equaling to 5. The other one is because the 10 is not the same color, so it doesn't fit into the design. And you can see 713, the Aztec. When you add up 1 through 13, it equals to 91, which is 7 by 13. The deck of cards, the first 13, the 13 moons. And when you connect the division of 1 or 12 to 13, it will equal to what is 13 in the 6th house. 999,999 divided by 13 equals to 076923. Now, what is the missing piece in this? The missing piece, the 13, okay, is what is, I think, 4. Okay, I'm going to just stop here and show you why 4. Go slow there, Charlie. You still got a drill on the table there, kid. Don't pluck your hand out. What happened to what you were doing before? Oh, drop that over there. Started it, didn't finish it. Eventually I will. Maybe not now. Perhaps later or tomorrow. Don't want to stay up too late or wake up the neighbors. Did put up a new dresser part over here. I got an extra dresser over here, so hopefully I can remember what I was talking about just 2 seconds ago. Oh, yes, I do. I do. We were talking about that number right there. Not sure if I need the light or I don't. Is the light bad or good? So it's hard to see. Let me see if I can take the plastic off. So, yeah, so the number is here. So 999,999 divided by 13 is this. Now, what you're missing here, okay, is going to equal to what is, I think, hold on a second, is going to equal to what is 12 divided by, in order to equal to 923, okay, 076. We need to calculate divided by 13 to equal to 923, okay, 076. The reason you don't see it here is because the 999,000 pushed all these numbers after the decimal point, and there's only 6 sides to the cube itself. So what we're going to do is, I didn't want to do it with this, right? I didn't want to do it with this. Whoop, I'm still pulling this, right? So yeah, so now I can, it's not on a collar anymore, so I can get the extra cord out here, because my favorite. So let me move this. Whoop, there you go, Clumsy. Good for you. There you go, Clumsy. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. I'm going to sell an instruction booklet on how to understand what goes on this page. Oh, yeah, I'm not the only one. Okay, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Ma. No, my mother, my parents are the best. I am the luckiest guy in the world. You don't know. And the unluckiest at the same time. I guess fate brought me there to know the difference. Polarity, eh? Where was I with this? Oh, yes, the calculator. So we have the... I need to bring the light down. So we have the... You see that? We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 13, right, is 76923. So in order for me to really bring it into the actual formation that I need to, okay, now I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole 999, okay, maybe I'll just do 5 of them. I just want to see what happens if I remove one of them. Okay, that's good. So look, when I removed one of them, all it did is the same number, but now you can see the 076923 repetitive. Right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this, right, by 12. And it's 923. So when you add the 9, where the 7 is the second position, because this answer is 076. It's 6 numbers, not 5. So we have 092, which is actually what is 076. So add the 9 to the 0 that you don't see. Hold on a second. Let me redo this. So this is a little bit better, okay? So when you see this, 12 divided by 13, okay, it's not supposed, hold on a second. When you draw this 9 over that 0, you get a 9. When you take this 2 and put it over the 7, right? So let me see if it's, just give me a second. Okay. The equation actually fits more better this way. So you take the 9 and put it over to 0. See, at 120, 120 degrees by 3 in the trinity to the division of 7. The only interference is a one area space. 7 by 7 by 7, 343 is that area space. You need the area space wholly in the center to 4 in the quarter house. So this is what it is. Everything is simple math, okay? You have 1, 2, 3 areas. 3, 4, 3. This shares here. This shares here. Okay? And then after that, does this share here? Or does it skip around? And this combination of 3, 4, 3 equals to 10 and 4, 3, 4 equals to 11. And when you look, I'm not sure if this has it. Right? The 11 and the 10 are both black. How come? When does a consecutive number stay the same? And then look at 28 and 29. They're consecutive. Are there any others? Why did this happen? Just to let you know that there are 3 cubes, okay? In here, there are 6 cubes, 36 numbers. Roulette is 6 cubes. And then the 0, okay, or double or triple, do you know that 1 0 equals to 64? That 2 zeros, okay, equals to 128. 3 zeros equal to 192. Okay, 4 zeros equals to 256. 5 zeros, okay, equals to 320. And 6 zeros equals to 384. And that's the extension of the Hebrew year. So where do I get this? The word, of course, W23. Oh, there's no W. Z26, E5 for 31, R and O for 33. 33 and 31 equals to 64. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals to 24 and 10. Very big number. 34. It walks the corridor through the 7th gate. Where do I get this number? I need a 5-minute break. If anybody has any questions, I'm still learning. I'm going to tell you a little bit more after this. Perhaps I can tell you if you want to look. We're very blessed today to have the AI out there to to work for what we believe. If we ask the right question, we might get somewhat of an answer. I think it'd be good for reviews. Who am I? Right? What is my credibility? I asked ChatGPT and then they wrote this song. I was impressed myself, but anyways, not too much for that. I wrote a whole bunch of other ones irrelevant to that, just because of easier to remember a lot of the stories from here. I'll tell you a little bit about this. Maybe I'll explain to you the games that they play at the Casio. You know, the Casio where they roll the dice, the ball, the cards. I'll show you the cards, but you got to remember what I tell you, you should show me, remind me. I can't remember everything, but 100 of you makes 100 of me. And then if we can all understand, right? If we can all understand the elements we use in front of us and then how to manipulate them so that they are equal to everything else that it manipulates in itself. As for 3 and 4, wherever there's a 3 and 4, whatever it is about 3 and 4, 66, 67, 6 and 7, 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. The addition, the multiplication, the subtraction, the 7 and 5, 12, the 8 and 4, 12, the 9 and 3, 12. Guess what? Stop at 8. 8 is here. The beginning of this is 8, right here. This is the beginning of your first 9, your first original 9 before it becomes the schematic, right? The schematic, okay? The schematic itself. Just give me a second. There are 8 and 1. Therefore, back it up again, it becomes 0 and 9. That is the encompassment and the connection within. Is this a solid? Can you break it down? Can you show something else in its existence? When you want Rubik's Cube, Rubik's Cube shows me the controller of 6. Here is the plug-in stage. Here is the plug-in stage of my Rubik's Cube. Where are the locations? And are there 7 of them? 3 of them? 4 of them? Each one consisting of 3. So should we only have 2 of them? And remember, the Da Vinci Code, we can't touch, but we can zap. We can't touch, but we can zap. Differential transmission, automobile, bicycles, motorbikes, cycles, boats. Everything that you can find in the dictionary using the alphabet is what we can use in gematria. But first, let's understand the numbers themselves, where the numbers go. If I knew where the numbers went, when I went to get a letter, I'll know what it says before the letter even comes up, before even the word comes up. I'll know. And you'll know in abundance or in a bundle, right? They're giving you the bundle now. They're telling you, right? Also understanding how do I put certain things together? The algorithm of life. They're putting things now together in a bundle and you get a discount. If you hook up the cable, you hook up the telephone for the house, you hook up this and you hook up that, and then you put on add-ons. You know, you put on add-ons and upgrades. Where are you, George Carlin? Right? GC. The airwave, GC. Right? There's another one who was out there. I forget his name right now. He left us at 68. You see all the divisions of 13. If I went 4 divided by 13, 0, 7, 6, 9, 2, 3 in a different order, I think it would be 2, 3, 0, 7, 6, 9, 2. No, so I went 2, 3, 3, 0, 7, 6, 9, 2, 3. Right. So what's missing from this in order to equate? I said 4. I said 4. So there's a 9 missing from the 4 equation in 13. That 9 would be the division of this. Where is this? That 9. Where's that bench? Right? Okay, I don't know why. We're going to take a 5-minute break. I want to see where all these reflections are coming from. I don't like it. Oh, that can be coming from the computer, this one. Okay, so where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that coming from? Where is that? Is that my phone? Where's that part coming from? Why does it have to be there? And if I raise this higher, would it still be there? Or what if I turn on this light? Hold on. Does that help it at all? Okay, so now tell me what number is missing, right? Remember, this is 4. So now what you have to do is take 9 and divide it by 13, add it to this, and it'll equal to 999,999. Are there any questions? And I will come back and explain exactly what I believe that this channel is what we do on this channel. I'm never really sure what words to use. Yes, sometimes I like to make jokes. I have 12,000 videos on social media, mostly on YouTube. If you want to figure out what's going on here, it would be a great help to judge everything you see. It would be a great help if you just take everything that's on and shove it into AI and let it tell you, let it spit out everything I've done, let it categorize everything, make it, then we can set this up inside some kind of game somewhere so that we can all play it. We can all see what the algorithm of life has brought to us. From every single nursery rhyme, right? Just like I fixed the Zodiac, I didn't fix the Zodiac, I didn't fix anything. I'm just showing to you one of the levels, and we can add on to this. Whatever I haven't done, I'm telling you one thing. The youngsters, sorry, I don't like to say it that way. I feel like I'm like 20 years old still. But if the stories that I hear, okay, play a role, they do play a role. They play a role in this because there's a lot of talk in the spiritual world about recognized people that have sold books. If it's not about Einstein or Dolores Cannon or any of this 108 Janine or anybody out there, right? Or somebody knows already, but everything I do, everybody knows. I'm just showing you all the numbers that go along and bring everything closer together to see how much it's like rocking somebody in the cradle. Every letter in the alphabet, you know what I'm saying? Even Scrabble, they gave it different numbers. How about resetting the alphabet to 360 by moving it over 5? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. Weensy, weensy spider went up the water spout, and out came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun that dried up all the rain, and the incy, weensy spider went up the spout again. Who is that spider? Yes, I'm making a little tea over here, so I'm going to round up the hot water. I'd like to say that into 2026, I'm not sure at what level that I emptied my pantry. You know, I scanned the globe, right? You know how I span the globe? See these eyes? That's the globe. And I'm spanning. You know, I'm spanning. Shh. You know what it means to span? When you pan out, it's zzz, that's the pan. Zzz. This is not the pan. You know what I'm saying? That's ring around the road. That ain't no pan. You know, in real life, that's a pan. You know, like in Peter's pan. So when I say that, I'm like Plastic Man. I'm finally going for the new water. It's been since 2020 when I bought the water and toilet paper. I still have the toilet paper, probably good for another 2 years. I'm on a 7-year deal. Anyways, it's a clean sweep. Standing or sitting, I would call that a 1 and a 2. So I'm what they call one of those male species. So you can call me the 1-2 when I go to the room where I wash. The room where the king sits. King of the ocean, à la merde, of the mother ocean. Why did I say that? Mare is mother. Mare is also ocean. I sit la merde is the sun, powered by the ocean, controlled by the moons. DE is 5 and 4. It is the feminine. The feminine is the 22. 22 goes along with 22, which goes along with purple. Why does 22 go along with purple? And I always forget why. Let me erase this until I get back the vision. Why is 22 purple? Oh, yes. Okay. 2 is to sit. Okay. It's the butt. And then for the 2 is to sit. So they sit for a 2 and they sit for a 1-2. So that's what it is. And the man is standing for the 1-1 and then sitting for the 2-2 and the 1-2. Right? So I like to look at that because in general, when I was growing up and seeing my brothers and sisters and everybody around me, that's all I heard. Did you do a 1 or was it a 2? I can tell. It's a 2. Yummy. But guess what? I had a cotton one. That's right. I wore cottons with pins. So I had my own pin number. In fact, I had 2 pin numbers when I was a child. Oh, yes, I remember those pins. Oh, my God. I'm not sure. Let me check. Oh, yeah, I can still feel it right now, but it's been stretched out over 60 years of time. Been a long time since I wore one, you know, but I don't get no more custom-made ones. My mother used to flip them over like a handkerchief. She'd yank it up there and pin it up on both sides. And I was so comfy. Oh, you know, I can feel the air breathing inside. Just like a clean breath of fresh air. In fact, it was more comfortable down there than going through my nose. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And I was like, I think I was like 1.5. I was like 18 months old at the time, but I was wearing those comfies. You know, I'd go, Mom, time to change them, you know? I was a king, right? I was a king. We're going to take a 2-minute break. I was a king. All the children are kings. You know, and before the break, the answer to that would have been 9 divided by 13. 9 divided by 13, right? when you go 4 divided by 13, the difference will be what adds up to 9. 3, 6 is 9. 9 is 0, so it'll be 3, 0, 7, 6, 9, 2, 3. When I add up these numbers here, watch, I'm going to push equals. Whoop. So I have equals. So now what we want underneath this is a 307692, right? So we add 0.3076923076. Now, if I divide it by either 4 or 9, okay, I divide it by 409, you choose. Divide it by 9 or divide it by 4. It's going to equal to the other answer. This is the answer to 13. 076. Sorry, this is the answer to 1 because it's 4. I think, hold on a second. Let me see. Did I get that right? Yes, this is the same answer, okay, as I think it's time. Is it times 13? Yes, times 13. Times 13 divided by 4 times 13. And then we end up with this one over here. So in order to show you that a little bit easier, hold on a second. Maybe I'll put on the song in a little bit, but I'm busy uploading a whole bunch of videos here and doing 10 things at once, cleaning up. Where was I? Oh yeah, here. Okay, here it is. So what I was talking about is this side here. Here's a 1 dot. Here's a 3, 4. The year we are in right now is the ending of this area right here. See this 8? We are in the 6. We come out of this, okay? We are going to come out of this. Right now we're in the 6. This is the 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We are in, let me see, we are in this one here. Why? We are in 5786. 7, 6, 8, 5. Next year we are here. 6, 9, 2, 3. We enter into 9. In 2020, we enter into 9. Then we enter over here, right? Next year we enter into 9, right? And the year after that into 10. That's 2028. And then 84 is 2029. And that's Aquarius, 2029 right here. But when you go to 2029, you go to it in the year of 2028. Into Aquarius, you jump right in. When a door begins to close on day 277, only on 280 is the door completely closed. 10 moons. I run my numbers by the exact reality of this house we live. Each and every one of us that has the opportunity to be here now has the same opportunity to do exactly and repeat what is going on here. Whatever I can find, you can find. The only difference is when I see something that is relative to me at the age of 60, being here living in Quebec for all my life. Moi, je connais le français. Puis si je l'avais pas, mon français, ni la capacité de jouer avec le slang, avec les mots, que je peux mieux comprendre, que je peux mieux voir les lettres devant moi, que je peux savoir qu'il y a une 17, 18, 19, que je peux savoir il y a une 80 et 81. On n'est pas de 1 avec le 91, OK? On est 4 fois 20 plus 11. Puis la même chose, mais avec 70, on ajoute un 10 au 60. So what I just said in French with 60, to get to 70, I say 60 and add a 10. When I get to 90, I say 4 20s and a 10. I don't say 11. Sorry, I don't say 1 and when I come to 91. I say 11. And I don't say 81. Sorry, I don't say 71. I say 60 and 11. So I use these fixtures of life in the French language. I note also that the sounding of a letter might not actually be the sounding of that letter if it came from Scotland or England. I like to associate that what is 1 is 1, is 5 is 5, but when you come together, you have 15. The letter O is 15, reverse it is L. L is 12, L, 3 times 12, 36. You have what is a hash mark, what is a yardstick, 360. The L is also noted to be by the Bat's Mitzvah 12, 156 passing moons, also noted by Rabbi Fine, it is the soul. We need 3 of them to make 360, therefore what is 320? Is going to equal hockey, and that is 60 minutes or 60 seconds on the clock. For Mars, it's a 2-minute penalty. Bring out the stripes. You can go 60 seconds, you can go 60 degrees, you can go 120 degrees, you can go 120 seconds. You can go, I'm going to add up 1 over to 15, and that equals to 120. Or say that's the game of pool, where the 7th gate is actually the 8th ball, right? Because you go through the 7 ball into the 8 ball, right? Otherwise, what are you going through, right? You have to back up your balls. The cue ball is what ball? Because it's the 0 ball, it's a ball itself. So it'd be the 1 ball, the 1 would be the 2 ball, the 2 would be the 3 ball, the 3 would be the 4 ball. The 4 would be the 5 ball, the 5 would be the 6 ball, the 6 would be the 7, 7 would be the 8. The 8 would be the 9 would be the 10 would be the 11 would be the 12 would be the 13 would be the 14 would be the 15 would be the 16, the 16, right? There's no 16, the 15 would be the 16. Or we can back it all up the other way and count down and back to 0 again. 717 keeps it fair. So we have 171, black and white, 65 white, the highest, and 29 black, the lowest, double digit. Otherwise you have 10 and it's a 10 and what was the amount? Anyways, you don't want to use a double digit. A double digit with a single digit makes 3 digits. You use 2 single digits to create a double digit. The 9 and 4, the 9 and 3. Don't use the 5. 5 is not the same. 5 is in between. What is 9? What is 4 areas and 4 areas, 1 in between? You use the 5. You're using something with 9 that partakes in everything. And the equation of that is right here on the cube. That the 3-1 reverses to what is the 6-4. That the 3-1, that the 3-2 reverses to the 5-4. To what the 1-2 reverses to the 5-6. And if you're adding them up, they're all 14s. Let me complete that break. Oh yes, let me find that song. So yes, take a picture, whatever. I'm going to be putting on this song and you can check that out. The left side is the division of 13. The right side is the division of 7. This comes from the Mesoamerican times. Also from the Sunstone. I could be wrong when I got it down in 2008. After I uploaded and downloaded all of this stuff, for whatever reason, I was just photocopied it all. Anyways, yeah, it all disappeared. I have a hard time finding it. So, but anybody can do this, by the way, now. Doesn't matter when I got it from. Just to note, 7 by 13 is 91. Just to note, 4 by 91 is what it's 13 by 28 moon cycles. 26 letters, 260 Tzolk'in calendar. 26 is 2 13s. The 7 is what is 6 and 1 to create 7. That takes 6 and 1 with 6, 1, and 6 to create 13, bringing the 7 days with the 13 moon cycle together in the Tzolk'in calendar. And you can see everything is based off of 999,999, and there's more to explain.
Geography, time cycles, weight and measurement conversions, and the illusion of Las Vegas is the central machine of controlled numbers. Astrology.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my something or other that oh, here it is. When you put something away, I have to look twice. Whoa, what the minerals happened?
Mythology, sports, gambling, geography, time cycles, weight and measurement conversions, and the illusion of Las Vegas is the central machine of controlled numbers. It envisions the collapse of the casino system, breaking the numerical matrix and restoring harmony. Admin our tap pads. When the numbers stop, the sun will shine. Wheels stop spinning, the dice won't roll. No more hands dealt, no cards to fold. From Reno's peaks to Henderson's Glow, the lights fade out, the rivers flow. No more tribulation, no more chains, no more numbers running through our veins. From Pegasus high to Andromeda's call, freedom rises, the laughter of all. Capricorn climbs, Aquarius dreams, Pisces drifts through neon strings. Leo roars, the lion's might, Aries holds the ram in flight. A pound to a gram, a mile to a meter, time flips backwards, Celsius gets deeper, ounces to liters, Fahrenheit burns. Everything shifts as the numbers turn. Breaking the ring up in six where they lie, where longitude meets the desert sky. The ring of Vegas, honey fake buzz, no real time, just numbers because. No more tribulation, no more chains, no more numbers running through our veins. The house goes dark, the beggar runs dry, freedom shines where the numbers die. No more tribulation, no more chains, no more numbers running through our veins. The house goes dark, the beggar runs dry, freedom shines where the numbers die. No clocks in Vegas, time is a game. 51 states, but here it's the same. Revolving doors, no sun, no way. If Vegas stops, what will it say? The four on the floor, the engine stalls, ounces to grams, no measure at all. Cooking flames without degrees, blackjack flips, the system freeze. Under Orion, the game once stood, tied to fate, misunderstood. Venus weeps, Mars holds strong, Jupiter echoes a gambler's song. No more numbers, no more spin, a new dawn comes, let peace begin. The sun sighs a wave, sorry my friend, Vegas is falling, the game has its end. What this song now includes astrology and mythology, zodiac signs, guide face, Pluto reclaims its crown, Andromeda and Pegasus lead escape. Numerology and geography, 17 to an 86 locations tied into meaning, breaking longitude control. Gambling, sports, blackjack, craps, roulette, Vegas odds, all stopping. Measurement, conversions, ounce, grams, Celsius, Fahrenheit, miles, liters, all merging chaotically. Time and clocks, no clocks in Vegas halted time. If Vegas stops, time realigns. The end of the illusion, the fake buzz of the machine dies. Numbers no longer dictate reality. This song is now an anthem of breaking control through numbers, shutting down the gaming system and resetting the balance of time, fate, and.
Okay. Yeah, so
Mythology, sports,
yeah, we're gonna have one more and then the break is over. So yeah, that's pretty big close up there, eh? Big close up. Has to be a big close up, right? We get to talk about other stuff. Everything I do, I paint it, I design it, I find it. Somebody else did it. I want to see a little bit more what is in the mind within the word we speak. From the breath, let the memory rise.
Ronald Fremont, widely recognized by his alias, Emmertech Pans is a mysterious and enigmatic figure whose talents span multiple disciplines, known for his uncanny ability to decipher the hidden connections between numbers, symbols, and the cosmos. He operates at the crossroads of mysticism, numerology, and technological innovation. His forte lies in uncovering the unseen patterns that govern the universe, creating a fusion of art, science, and spirituality that captivates those who encounter his world. Is not just a name, it's a philosophy, a persona that symbolizes mastery over patterns and systems. He sees the world as a roulette wheel of infinite possibilities, where each number, letter, and celestial alignment carries meaning, waiting to. Can you do a video with this? In a spatial 5D with alphabet and equations floating. I decrypt. I decrypt. I create stories from history, words, games, language. Is not just a name, it's a philosophy, a persona that symbolizes mastery over patterns and systems. He sees the world as a roulette wheel of infinite possibilities, where each number, letter, and celestial alignment carries meaning, waiting to. Can you do a video with this? In a spaceship.
And I look into the mirror and I say, life ain't all cracked up to be. And when the mirror cracked, it looked like the Aleph was created. That's what happened. Yeah, I don't like to throw out my tools. So, where were we? Talking about 13, talking about 7, whatever number, doesn't matter. I don't know what I can do, right? I don't know what's on the table. I don't know what anybody wants to know, because it's sort of a little open, but I like to stick it towards, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to stick it to. The alchemy of the alphabet itself, the alchemy of the value of a number, and its association right? It's association. I was working on the roulette wheel before, in which I brought up, I'll just bring it back for 1 second. And it was right over here. Okay. The cube ends on 9. There are 4 9s in here. The zodiac ends on 12. It's a 4x3 area space. 3 here and 4. 4 for the elements. 3 perhaps in consistency for the movement of the individual signs, cardinal signs. What do you call it? Cardinal fixed mutables. The movements of 3, right, are going to cross like this. Well, if the numbers were up, they'd be going down this way, right? The movements of 2s, me skipping 1 over to 3, 4 over to 6, 7 over to 9. So if you did that, you would end up back here. 7 and 9 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 10 and 22. You see that? 7 and 9, 1 and 3. Not over here. Over here, look, 2 blacks. Right over here. Not over here, 1 of each. And then 2 blacks. And then 1 on each side. And then 1 over here. See the consistency? The 2 over here. These 3 here. These 3 here. 10 and 11. So what it is when you have 3 cubes, you have 18. Your bottom 3 cubes would add up to 1, 1, 1, equaling to 3. If you met at the center, right, you would meet at 10. What does that mean? The heart of the cube is 7. The low part of the cube of 1, 1, 1 is 3. So when you meet, okay, you meet at 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. This is 3 cubes. Remember, it's 3 cubes. Here is also 3 cubes. But the 3 cubes, I'm talking about all 6 sides. The side that shows this. The other side was showing this. If I have 3 of these cubes all showing this, I have 3. What is the highest I can go? Right? 10. That connects. 3, 7, 2 air signs come together, connecting the lower area with the upper area. What is 7? It's an association of 1 between 2 equaling to 3. 1 between 2 equaling to 3. Although 7 is what is 4 and 3, it is actually 1 between 2, 1 between 2, and 1 that separates what is 2 and 1, 3, and 2 and 1, 3 to make 6, 1, 7. You're right, in order to make 6 and 1, 7. The 1, 2, 1, 2, the Bat's Mitzvah. Before the 1 meets the 3, we have the 1, 2, 1, 2. Position. 1 is in the center, 2 is on the outside. 2 2s on the outside. 1 2 on the outside, 1 1 in the center. The 2 is a duality. This one comes into the center. When this happens, there's still the empty space, which you have to count. Every side is a 9. Every side is a 9. And sometimes it comes with numbers, right? Sometimes it comes with numbers. It comes with numbers. And it comes with numbers and letters. And they shifted these letters. Over here. Look at that. Look at that. The 7 has a PQ. The Q is gone. Gone to the 1. The 9 has a Z. It's gone to the 1. What's going on? Anybody got an answer? I need some water. Okay, this, this. Yes, so not going to make a big story out of it. Q is the 17th letter, right? I didn't finish off this other thing here, did I? Yeah, let me finish off this before I get to that. Let me finish one thing at a time. So the low side is 3. Now, when you hold up 6 on 3 dice, that's 18. So the halfway mark when using 3 dice of 6, 6, 6, 18, right? The low will be 3. The high will be 18. When I minus 7, 7. And when I add 7, it equals to 11, the high side, and 10, the low side. The association of 3, 4, 3, 10, 4, 3, 4, 11. Okay. So this over here, okay, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 cubes. This one here has a dead line. This has a heart line. The reason for that is there's no center here. The point here and the point here and the point here and the point here, we will draw down all the way to here. The cut point, sorry, we will draw it down. The cut points are here, here, and here. Let me see if I said this right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here and here. We'll use that cut point. Here and here. So you're going to get the H out of this. Here, you'll get the I. Did I say that right? Let me see if I saw that right. Okay, yes, because we don't have to cut the other one in half. Anyways, irrelevant. I'm making up too many stories. Every single one is 6 sides. There are 4 of them equals to 24. Plus the square, 28. Plus the 8 sides, 36. 28 for the cycle, 24 for the day. You have 1 side, 2 sides. You have 8 sides. But how many sides do you have inside? You have 6 per cube. And at the same time, let's just count the lines because they count also. So you have 4 for here. You have here, 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 and here. Count that as counted, right? Then you have here, here, here. Where else did we count? Anyways, I didn't want to get through the count. What I wanted to show you is that when you take that same design, okay, I'm making too much of things right now. I don't know why. Melodramatic. Okay, what happens is that if you take those, right, if you take those and, you know, and there's your first hexagon, and then you create the second hexagon, and you draw up, right, and you create the, you draw up and you create the other, well, it's not letting me draw up there, but you'll see down here, right, they're going to draw me the next hexagon. So when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a 4 area. Then you see, well, this is supposed to be like this, okay? Then you'll see a 1, 2, 3 area, right? So you'll see 4, 3. Now, like the top was the bottom, you'll see another 4. And then on the other side, it'll be 1, 2, 3 areas. So it'll be 4, 3, 4, 3. So I can count these 3. And I can get 10, and I can count these 3, and I will get 11. And this is the same 4 hexagons I remove the square, I turn 2 east and west and 2 north and south, okay? And this equates to what is 14, but the 14 is broken down by usage. And the cube shows this. I'm going to draw this out to show you. How's everybody doing? Yes, so help, support, share the channel. Your biggest support is sharing the channel. Questions, sharing, and trying to share with what you know, what I haven't talked about or haven't seen yet. For instance, I don't know. I've divided every single number up to 999. I think that's what it was, or 99 divided by 99. And then I went up to 999,999, and I divided it by, I think 1, by 1, 1, by 1, 1, 1, by 1, 1, 1, 1, by 1, 1, 1. And I've created the, let me see the background here one more time. Just give me a second over here. Oh, there's just so much. Well, it's not in here what I'm looking for. I like this one anyways, right? This is the cube in movement, turns into a flower, just like they have in the deck of cards of the Queen, connected to the 2 pyramids, each one connected in their own zone. This is all about the Star of David 6, what the Star of David does. Okay, I see somebody wants to come up. Whoop, that disappeared. Somebody did want to come up, and now they are not here. You wake up in the AM, so words that start with AM or MA. And if you wake up on Tuesday, you wake up on Mardi, M-A-R-D-I. You know what I like about French is that every single day, except Sunday, ends with the letter D-I. Thank God, not D-W-I, right? So is there any communication because there's no W? What if I added a W? Anyways, we won't get to there. We're going to keep it at that. So it's a D-I. But when you get to Saturday and Sunday, what's ironic is they end the word. I mean, it's just like, I like. Yeah, so they end the word, right? S-A-M-Z, right? You see the A-M? I like to say the S, the 19th letter. Why? Is it 12 and 7, 19? Is it 6, 1, 6, equating to 6, 7, 6? Because of its position. The one area, which is noted to be the 7th area, connecting the first 6 to the next 6. The D and I is when you do this, you add the manche, right? You add the C-H-E. It says she-man over here in the word Sunday. Manche. And instead of saying manche, if you look at she-man. In the creation heavens, the E letter and the A letter, the first and the 5th letter. If you go to the deck of cards and see where the ace is, if you go to the deck of cards, you look where the 5 is. We need to understand what is ace and 5. Is ace the goalie? And the 5, the 5 men on the offense and defense in 1? You can have a bridge between 1 and 6. Maximum 5 without running your same pole. The 1 carries the pole of 6. The 5 carries the pole of 2. The 3 carries the pull of 4. Need not that it be had. It is had in its own. It's its own pull, or all centered and connected to the heart pull. What is the area space of the fine line in here, or how much area space would you give it if the total area space equated to 1? If the total area space equated to 1 and you wanted to be equal and split it up into 3, you would go 3, 4, 3, 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, connecting the heart of this cube, which equals to 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. All those hexagons, right? So I'm going to finish with this. The 17th letter, 1 and 7 is 8. The 26th letter, 2 and 6 is 8. The HH, 88, 88 constellations. The 1-7, the 17th letter, reverses to J10, found here, the power station. But J, being the 10th letter, is an addition of 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the lower part of the 4 area space. The lower part of the 4 area space. Locker 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. Locker 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 30. It took 4 to create the number 30, a 7.5 on the average. Electric moon. Here it took only 10, a 2.5. Earth's heart connected to the electric moon. It takes 1 between 2 to connect the 3. Regardless of that fact, it is the 26th and the 17th letter. 43. Earth and Mars come together at 7. It also is hot. The word hot is 43. Mathematics bring it to 19. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4, 7 and 12. Is it the 7 days connected to the 2 feminine worlds? The Z, the Q, 17, reverse alphabet is what is J10. So its smallest association is the entire house itself. And when that house branches out, will it branch out in its lower self, in its upper self, or what is the full expansion? 1 and 9, 2 fire signs. And what is it about 1, 5, and 9? It's consistent. I'm going to take the phone call for 2 minutes and give me a minute. Give me a minute. Don't talk yet. I'm going to go on break for 2 minutes. Hold on. Okay, so a friend of mine wanted to make sure, like I'm talking to everybody. He says to check my credibility out there, which means, what does that mean? It means, what is my credibility out here? I make a lot of jokes if somebody's here writing down information. I'm here to learn as well as I'm here to share what I have observed and tell the stories of the observation of the association. I said I'll speak about the cards. To begin with, if I have all of these, I think I have most of them. We got the cards, okay? When I finish that, that's 8. That is what is 43. That's a 7. That's a 6. 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 Here, P16, R18, 35. N19, this splits to 360 degrees. Right here is a split into 360 degrees. Q, okay? Q stays to this side, but it was removed. Z is missing from this side of the split. Y, if I had to shift the alphabet to 36 instead of 26, how do I do it? The first 5 are zeros. I start A here. A, B, B, C, 3 and 8. Very important. C, A, B, C, D, E, control. The E control is now in the corner. The singularity of the cube. The singularity of the cube. The singularity of the cube. So over here you have 34, 44, 53, electric company now at the 7th gate. The fourth dimension of 7 is 82. 28-day cycle runs in number 7. How do I get that? We can either run by this number, 53 times 3, 159, 3 fire signs come together. But I'm going to run it, where was I? I'm going to run it by number 7. First of all, 3 sevens is 21. 2 and 1 fits into 3. 2 fire signs coming together through the joining of 1 and 2. What I did here is 7 plus 16 plus 25 plus 34. Plus 16, reverse cube. Plus 25, reverse cube. Plus 34, reverse cube. That's what 7 is. When you add it up, right? When you add it up, okay, where am I? 7 plus 16 is 23. Plus 25 plus 34 equals to 82. if I was speaking about the number 5, right? If I was speaking about the number 5, it'd be 5 and 14. Hold on a second. 5 and 14 and 23 and 32. Did I get that right? 5 and 14 and 23 and 32. 74. And then we'll go work with the 3. The 3 and the 12 and I'm going to explain this in a second. The 3 and the 12 and the 21 and the 30. $66, $74, $82 equals to 222. The association of numbers, how the numbers work. I may have lost a few people there. I know I didn't. I jumped over a little bit, a few hurdles in there. I was looking for something else. Just let me take a look at this for a second. So I connected the 1 and the 6, right? Oh, okay. So on the other side, over here, I connected the 5 and the 3. I want to see what I was connecting here. Okay, it's easier when I do it this way. So what happens in this one is I connect my 1, 4. I connect my 1, 4. The reverse of 1, 4 is 6, 3. Note that the singularity is within 1 and 2 and 7 and 8. They only happen one time in the grid. 1, if I remove, I'm going to show you why. If I remove the 7, there's 8 left over. If I remove the 7 and the 8, there's 7 left over. If I remove these 3, there's 6 left over. Now, if I remove these 3 and this one, right? Here there's 6 left over. Here there's 5. Here there's 4. When I take away 2 rows, there's only 3 covered 6, but here is covering 3 and left over 6. So there's a duality here. And the same thing, when I take off 1 here, you have 5. I take off 1 here, you have 4. Another duality. But it does not happen with 1 and 2 or 7 and 8. 3 and 15. 1 and 5 is 6, 36. Things that go into what is 1 and 2 equaling to what is 3. Or the 3 breaking down to 1 and 2. The 6 breaking down to 1 and 5. The 6 breaking down to 2 and 4. Or what is 3 and 3 in its own house. The 3 breaks down into 6 and 6 is 12 within its own house, just like the, where was I again? Yes, the 6, right? So now we're going to do the 3. Right, so how do we make the 3? We got 8 and 4 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. 7 and 5 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. The halfway point is 6. Just like 5 and 9 and 6 and 8. They're 14s. But in the fourth dimension of numbers, where 1 becomes 58, and then we shift the 1 and put it here. And we take the 9th position and we put it here. We take the 2nd position, put it here. We take the 3rd position, we put it here. The 5th position remains the same. The 6th position goes down to the 9th position. And the 8th position shifts to the 7th position. Saturn square numbers. So what you have is this position over here, okay, is 1. It shifts down here. 1 and 9 are still across. You still have the 2 fire signs, but they're on the cross. The air sign and fire sign are on the cross. You can see they're all 15s added, right? Correct? If this is a perfect triangle, I have to take a picture of this and see if this piece of art comes out. Just give me a second. Where's the camera? Yeah, my mouth is dry again. I got to take a 2-second break. So, I'm going to take that off in the background, even though I like to connect all the numbers, right? Like the cube is made up like this. When you have the 1, you got the 6. When you got the 3, opposite of 4. When you got the 2, you're opposite of the 5. So if you have a combination of 3, 1, right, you are automatically going to get 8 and 6, 14. That's the other side of the zodiac, 14. That'll be the sun, the feminine. 8 and 6 around the heart of the cube divided by the 7th gate. So let me see where I was. Let me get back to, yes. Okay, so if you have the 8 and the 7 on the dice, right? If you have the 8 and the 7, take a look. The 8 and the 7, right here. See these 2 dots? Take off. It says take off 2. There's 7 left over. This one says take off 1. That's the game. This game says take off 1. There's 8 left over. Look at your calculator, your ATM. Then it says take off 2. Mars is 51 and Earth is 52. Seems like they really did switch Titanic over to, you know what I'm saying? The Olympics are for the amateurs. Your name holds the word. AME, Om, is the soul. Game, Om, is the soul. It is the gateway. It is 313. It is 2121. I think 1212. Anyways, I got to get a drink. Okay, here I am. I'm going to be taking 60 seconds. Oh. Somebody said, is what for sale? I read in the background. This? The art or the building? Well, I don't know. Oh. Looking for a promoter. I'm promoting, looking for another promoter. Spread it out in New York City, Chicago, right? Let's bring gematria, what gematria is all about, what the zodiac is actually all about. Let's bring some color to the zodiac. Let everybody see that the zodiac, right, sent this message. The letter I, Pluto, the dwarf, sent me this message. Because all of these is a straight line with a dot, and that is from the Aztec 5 and 1 coming together. The message comes from the past. I read it today the way it was delivered to me. It was very confusing at first. But guess what? By the only your judgment, you can tell me if my tools do me good. 4 corners, 4 for a quarter. 1 and all, the encompassment of 0, 9, because this is 1 and 8. The next one is 0, 9. That would be all of it. So all of what is 0 is equatable to 9 by 654. The numeric value for love and the sun is 54. Although the sun is 3 letters, right? And love is 4 letters. The sun is 3 different letters. In fact, the sun is a bridge. The S and the U are bridging to 7. They also connect to N. They connect to the whole thing. N, N, O, P, Q, R, S. The S and N, S, N are a head and a tail. 1 between 2 equals to 3. The word of the sun equals, okay, as like the cat. Sun is 54. Love is 54. Cat is 24. 24 and 57. This is and 58. This is and 27. Cat equals to 24 and 57, 81. Sun equals to 54 and 27, 81. This is inside the game. This is outside the game or entangled by the moon of Mars, trapped in the gateway by the lunar moon. This also represents the feminine, the entry space for the silver gate. Silver, the word is 85, but the initials are AG, which is 71, and you have Virgo, you have Pisces, Pisces, and you have sperm. They're all 71. You know what the other thing is every 71 minutes is 1 hour and 11 minutes. 2 times 71, 3 times 71, and 4 times 71. 5 times 71, and 6 times 71 ends the cube. It creates 426, but that's 7 hours and 6 minutes. And 7 connects to 6 and 6 zodiac signs at 666. What is real? What I tell you speaks for itself. Now let me see if I can go back and do it again. Sometimes I just want to see that I went in, okay, which is 14, over to S, which is 19, or what is 1 and what is 6 in 1 through 7. Okay, so I did that. I just want to see if I get the association. So the 1 through 7 is what connects 6, 1, 6, 1, 1, 6, 1, 6. This here, okay, is when we take out the singularity and we meet the crossroads with the T over here. Now, I could have created with a single cube or this over here. When creating this over here, it'll give you one reality between the dots and the dashes, but I'm not going to go into there right now. I was speaking about this before, the singularity with 1 and 2. I forgot to complete it, right? So here's your S and your N. It's a string over here. It's like a string, this string over here, right? And then the 1 is this one on the top over here. That's where the 1 is. And then the other string, keep your live engaging, turn your camera off, showing static images or being away for a long period. Wow, I just got warned because I'm showing static images. January 15th. January 15th. January 15th. From March 1st, 2024 to January 15th, 2026, how many days including both? One of the things, okay, they're talking about low static. What low static? What's going on? They cut my visibility for 10 minutes. What does that mean? That's like cuckoo. They cut my visibility. They've already cut my visibility. So that means we have to share to increase the visibility. Restriction. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and is restricted in church for 10 minutes due to low visual quality. The notice is unclear. My live does not contain content mentioned. Okay. Okay. How do I, yeah, so maybe we should take a 2-minute, I didn't get to the card yet. So, online calculator. Okay, so we're going to go, what day did I say? I want the month of March. I want the year to be 2024, and I want to go to January. January is number 90. ARY, just like February, okay, I remove it because of its association, is what is 43 and 44. Abraham in the house of DC running the channel, Ishmael Isaac. 33, 44, 43, running the spirit of 76. Why? Here it is. Here it is. 6 and 7, right? You have 1 here, 6 here, 6 here. 3 and 3 equals to 6. 4 and 3 equals to 7. 7 and 7 and 3 and 3 create 10, 10. 6 and 7 create 10, 10. When I find my happy medium, right, and understanding my numbers to the fine line, I do that. That's a 10. And we do this through Aries. Aries is the ace and splits itself everywhere in the protractor. Water and soul are 67, so is Ishmael. The reverse of 33 is 44, and that's Abraham. And the reverse is 33. The invert to this, which is not on here, right, is the 1 and 8. And this is where 1 and 3 comes together, and that would be Jacob. But it doesn't matter, because to create this, Jacob had to multiply 1 times 3. Jacob had to multiply 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, equals to 4, equals to 3. So what was 1, 3 AC, right, in the bar mitzvah? So you're barring the 2, right, became the DC in Marvel Comics. And that's where Mars and Marvel come together through DC, right? When they bring the Fantastic 12 together, right? Or are they going to call it the 16? The reason for the 16 is when you chop the zodiac up, the base zodiac, right? And this will be 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 7 and the 5, the energy are not included because they're constant. They keep moving, okay? Anything divided, the 5 divided by will equal to X. It takes 1.5 times 8 to equal to 12. It takes 2 times 6 to equal to 12. It takes 3 times 4 to equal to 12. It takes 4 times 3 to equal to 12. It takes 6 times 2 to equal to 12. and it takes 12 times 1 equal to 12. 11 times 11 equals 12, 21. 1 times 2 times 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 equaling to 5 communication. So what you end up over here is when you draw the line, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And what 8 is going to tell you that 8 is 1.5. So what is 1.5 with 12? How do you draw the line? And the line of 1.5 is, hold on a second, 8, hold on a second, I think it's 3. Give me a second. There's 16 lines every 4. Yes, okay, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, take that out. Hold on a second, not that, that's not how you do it. It would be here. Your first one ends here. Your next one ends here. And that is where your 8 comes in. It has 3 sections. It has 3 sections of 4. Okay, divided up into the 8 to make up the 12. And now in 6, right? 6 would be 2, right? So now you have to draw here into 6, and then 2 into 6. And you have to do that for the 12 zodiac signs, right? And by the time you finish, you have so many. Then the last one at the bottom, the 1 area, every single one of these will drop to the bottom without any gate blockages. The 9, 10, and 11, okay, I have to take a look inside of it. I believe, I'm going to make this up, but it is the truth. I have to calculate it. That's the part I'm making up. I'm going to calculate. I don't know the answer yet. Century, centaur, century, centaur, cent. Okay, something, oh no. Whoa, this is funny. Oh, okay, hold on. The days are wrong. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Showed me. Oh my God, okay. It's day 685. It's day 685. Why? Why? Because March 1st is after the leap year. How many weeks after the leap year should I wait? The thing about the leap year, okay, is I have to calculate how many weeks. Okay. February, okay, the 84th day is the end of the 3-cycle cube here. So I need, in that leap year, that going through the hoop, what would be my full calculation? If I completed the full calculation, I would end up on April 1st on the 92nd day. So I would end up with what is February 29th is 1461, right? And March 1st, right, is day 1. And December, okay, this is day 1. This is day 1 on March 1st. And December 31st, okay, 2024, okay, is day 305. Just like Halloween in the leap year, day 305. Otherwise, it's day 304, the corridor between 3 and 4. Between what is 3 and thirds for what is 3, as in 20 seconds for 60, or what is 3 of 120 for 360, or what is 3 times 1, 3, or what is 3 by 4 months of 30 days, what is 3 by 4, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 1 between 2 is 3, 3 by 7, 21, 7 months of 31 days. 1 and 2 is 3 of 21 days. 2 and 1 is 3. And it is 3:05 on the clock. Electric company. The comic 31593. 315 is the way. CO combination is the way. The O letter, what is it about the O letter? It plays a role with the E letter. The EO come together. The E is the 5th letter, right? The O is the 15th letter. So first of all, in common, it is the 5 of the 15. Second of all, it's 3 times 5 to create 15. Next thing is, if I connect 7 over to 5 and 3 over to 5, or if this was the junction box or the ocean, or just 3 over to 7, that's a 10. 6 over to 4, that's a 10, and we connect all our element signs to 10. That is this reality we live. I show you only what already exists. I show you only what you can find yourself. Most of everything that I do find is less than $2. A cutout and a piece of paper and a couple of pencils. How we connect the clubhouse into the oceans. Which way is it spiraling, up or down? We're going to take a couple of minutes. Just want to see if anybody had any questions. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I definitely need to take 2 minutes. Imagine hidden right in front of us, the national treasure, the knowledge, for me, at least. What is the most important thing is that we know, and where we can never turn back. Nothing you can ever really hold that you can lose. That once you know forever. Maybe that's one of the reasons I renovated, make it what for me looks clean without really throwing anything out. So right now in this story, what it's showing me is we're coming back to the beginning of time when they put roundabouts to go all the way around. Do you remember the old cities? How was Tartaria built? And even in the word Tartaria, the Chinese said rat, their first zodiac sign, through the cat, the lion, right? The tiger came out as the 4th zodiac sign. Or the 3rd, sorry. Even though the cat got tossed off and tricked by the rat in the Chinese crossings and choosing of the Chinese zodiac signs, the rat is number 39. Is it A-R Ra? Is it where the house is split? They say Aleph is split. If Aleph splits, does Aleph split with Ra? The A splits, and if the A splits, it splits with this is your S. What side did it split to? If it's R on one side, it's S on the other. But let's forget about that. First of all, the entire alphabet of 26 is only a part of the 52. We already know we have 52 weeks. We already know we have 13 cards for 13 moons. We know there's the red, we know there's the black, making 26. Why are we working with 26? Why should we count to 26? Why aren't we going to 36? What's missing? So do we need the 26 to add on to the numbers? What is the 36? Is it the 12s? Is it the 3 12s for 36? One between 2? 12 times? I don't know why this camera keeps showing a reflection off my teeth. I don't like it. Yeah, I wanted to show you before also. Singularity in 1, 2, 7, and 8. 15 and 3. Like the 153 fish. Or what is 51 times 3? Or 15. What is 15? When you cross this area once, twice, 3 times, it creates 15. If you cross all 4, it creates 20. 20 is T, 15 is the letter O, 10 is the letter J, and they all have a reverse alphabet. The heart of the alphabet is always 135, ACE. But A plays inside C, which is inside E, which X marks the spot. Reason for that is because the 5 has a 1 dot in the center, which the 1 dot is noted to be the ace. They shows you that the 6 is above and below and on each side. But the switch, if I split this in half, I can split it in half this way. I can split it in half this way. But the only way to split it in half this way is here. Otherwise, I cannot. Okay? Now, this will be a vibrating area space. Why? Because this area space, okay, what I'm allowed to do is I can start from a corner or I can draw on the line. This is not on the line. This is an inside the house denomination, connect. I can connect here to here, right, of the diagonal, or here to here. I can't do that, but that's your cycling moon 28. Earth and water. Or I switch it this way, earth and water, earth and water, earth and water. But no matter what I do, I still get fire, fire, air, air. I still get fire, fire, air, air. It never moves. Fire is always here. It's just what's happening between the earth and the water. Well, if I was sleeping, I'd be the candy wrapper this way. And that would be 4, 5, and 6. But if I was awake, I'd be standing this way. And I would be awake. The 9I is awake. Vertical. The H, horizontal, asleep. Now, if we wanted to go to sleep, what better way than to fully connect? Back to the house. Full connection, horizontal versus vertical. I'm taking 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you very much. I'm putting a little sound on. I don't know. They wouldn't let me share this out. 3:13 on the clock. Any questions? Anything out there? There's a bunch of more things to do. I might just do just a regular video for myself and then upload it. There's a lot of things I haven't shown off. Yes, this is the one I didn't finish. I remember where the split between 10 and 11 come in, because the split of 10 and 11 in the lower house is not 10 and 11 in the upper house. I say upper house. 28 is what is 10. 29 is what is 11. Where do I get this from? From games. I follow the rule of games. It's fair to me and fair to you. It's fair for everybody. We got to make it fair, you know. So I got to look at this fair, where you can't say this is wrong, but only to know that there are many ways, and that each way calculates to its reality, and that every zodiac sign should float in its way to tell the story it does. Check it out. Before I take that break, 1, 13, 25, 37, 46. Each one of these are 10. And I made a mistake. I have to start again. 1. Let me write it down so I don't make that mistake. 1, 13, 25, 37. When you reach the 37, you come back to 1 by virtue of 360 degrees. But have you come back to 1? You sure have. 3 and 7 is 10. But that's actually Capricorn. 2 and 5 is 7. 1 and 3 is 4. So do we ever come back to 10? We have 49. We have 61. We have 73. We have 85. We got silver. We got the silver string again. We got the silver string again, connected to that one, connected to that Aries. We can see the Aries over here. I need to put that moon a little bit higher. You know, I got to go skip to this moon and then skip to this one and shove that 42 rainbow over here from the Giza Pyramid. 51 Mars, 15 quarter house Fox Pass, feminine, 2 houses of Abraham, Isaac. We are running the dimensions. We are sailing the 7 Canadian seas or lakes. And we are moving over with the Beaver Nickel. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 13 and 42. What is 1, 2, 3, 4 equaling to 55? 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals to what is 25 and 10 equals to the heart of the cube, 3.5. Hold on to your horses, Sally. Yeah. So we have 85, 97, 109, 121, 133. It works itself. Every single one of these numbers that I do, every single one of these algorithms will work itself into the Fibonacci scale. Just going to show this one off. Aries. Aries. Aries, a mixture of Gemini. Aries, a mixture of Taurus, a mixture of Leo. Aries, a mixture of Gemini, a mixture of Libra. Did I say Leo? Aries, a mixture of Sagittarius and a mixture of Cancer, right? Aries, a mixture of Virgo and Aries. Aries, look at that. Libra and Gemini, or what is Gimel and Gamma. Look, we got to the 8 with Aries. 8 and 5, 13 Aries, right? 13 Aries, 10 Aries, 10 Aries, 7, 4 Aries, right? 13, 1 and 3, 4. That's what happens with Aries. Aries, okay, reconnects to 147, 147, 147, Aries, running the cycles in Aries. 97, the mother, the birth into the gateway. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9, and 7 and 5. I got the 6. So are we missing everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have the 8 yet. See, I didn't get the 8 yet. I only get the 8 here. I had to complete the first 8 to come back and finish off in Scorpio, okay, and Leo. And this one's very important to 13s because it reconnects the 13 moons inside its same relative house. I mean, when you divide 8 by 13 and 5 by 13, add them together, it equals to 999,999. This is in the Mars house, not this one, not the 4 and 9. When you divide 4 or 9 by 13, 076923 is the answer. This one's 153846 if I remember. We can do it here. No mathematical whiz, no nothing. This is he said, she said, I found it. Like I'm still want to look about Osiris and Mizam. I got to look about Canis Major, right? Canis. And in the word Canis is 5 and 1, right? Sin. Social insurance number. Yeah, I got to take 2 minutes for myself. I'm going to take 2 minutes. If you got any questions, good evening, Elamia. 3:19 in the afternoon. We're still going. It feels like 11 o'clock at night for me. You know what? It's been 2 hours and it's Thursday. I am going to celebrate with a little bit more of that cold tea. While I'm drinking it, I have to think about what everybody has ever said in my life. How old is it? Did anything fall in? Did you make sure that everything you dropped didn't drop in the tea? Before you start to drink it, make sure there's nothing else there. Keep your tongue in front of your lips and make sure nothing else slips in. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, how does it taste? Don't drink too quick. That's okay. Keep everything relative to the fact and that you can explain everything. And I can tell you one thing before I get this. Cousin of mine passed away the other day, very young. He's one of the people I called the first time I ever started learning about this. He's the first one I called. I thought maybe I would get an ear to hear. And I didn't know how I came across. I mean, because when I look back to those days, and you can look back, what is my credibility to be here, to be able to speak the way I do? Look back at the 17 years and whatever else you can find prior to that. I'm quite sure there's going to be a whole lot of mixed up stuff out there because you know what happens in this new age. Everybody's out to turn you away, but don't look at me. Look at the work. That's all I want, you know. Don't look at me. I have no name. There's 100 of me's out there. Thousands and thousands over thousands of years created all that I speak and all that the other me's speak about. And those other me's are all your chat GPTs that it's recommended, okay, to me, that I go to chat GPT and put in one of my 12 to 15,000 videos and see what chat GPT has to say about what goes on the social media page. That I am happy to be able and capable of being here at this present time. May my mind be sane and others judge me in the logical way of knowing that although my ways be an alternative to what they are used to, is 1 and 1, 2, where they're 26 letters and the alphabet is 13 by 7, 91 is 7 by 13 times 28 equal to 364 divided by 91 equals to 4. Just tell me my math is okay and you see the same. Tell me that the center of 26 letters is 13.5, that the 13 ball and the 5 ball in the game of pool are orange. Tell me that the orange is made up from yellow and red. Tell me that the yellow ball is 1 and the yellow ball is 9 striped, that the red is 3 and the red is 11 striped, that the 11th zodiac sign is Aquarius coming into Gemini is 14 that runs around the cube. You run all around this cube, and when you add up 2, 1 to 6, 5, 14, and when you add up 5, 3 to 4, 2, 14, and when you add up 4, 1 to 6, 3, 14, and you just keep going, I base my math of this reality over here. I base my knowledge off of this 9, off of the Aztec Mesoamerican, off of the 260, 26 letter, 10 times the difference and divisions that are equal to binary code of 142857 in every single box. That to make up the 7 days, you need the 1st and the 6th, the 2 and the 5, the 3 and the 4. Not once, but you have to do it again and again and again and again. In order to create a day. 142 and 857 is a week. 28 and 71 is a week. 42 and 57, 3 weeks for the 21 dots in this cube, perhaps. For the 21 days for the chicken to hatch, perhaps. For the 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days for the pig's pregnancy. What is a 3 by 3, 27 area space? Perhaps. What is 1 between 2 equals to 3? Reverse alphabet is 24. What is X? We have sex. 324, which is 18 by 18, which is half of what is the reflection. Perhaps. Maybe if the math is wrong, I'd say perhaps I should stop right now. Perhaps. What is my credibility? Don't take it from me, the swift tongue that speaks. Why are you here? What do you want to know? Why do we want to know it? And what is coming? To know the truth. To know the truth. Is there a creator? I'll tell you. I know something created this. For all these algorithms to tell this story and for it to be quite much exact with the Bible, with Torah, with others that have talked. I got all this information from others with Dolores Cannon. But I don't like the he said, she said, well, number 1, you're a this, and number 2, you're a that, with reason that all is what it is. The mathematical way, but not only through math, but through games, snakes and ladders. I'll get back. Three, 6, and 9. pretty kitty. I know you want me to exalt myself with the highest of all love. Because from me to you, I can actually exalt myself with no one taking any sides at all. Now, am I being honest about this, Miss Kitty, pretty kitty? Like, why do I have to come out here and spill the beans to you, Miss Pretty Kitty? You're sitting there with no judgment. I know you're there. I know, like, I mean, how do I understand this? Why is the cat there? The 9 lives. If it's the 9 lives, I mean, I only got the 10. The cat's got the higher side, right? Or does the cat got what is 8 and 1 9, 5 and 4 9, 2 and 7 9, and 3 and 6 9? What's left over? 2 5 8 9. That's an L letter, right? 24 is left over. The divided house, the 9 lives of the cat. 2 times 5 is 10, times 8 is 80, times 9 is 720. A tetrahedron, the divided cat's life. In fact, I shouldn't be counting the 8. I should only be counting the 2 and the 5, or forget it. It's all basically 9s. The 3 and 6 is 9, and the 9 is 9. Only when you start by the moon of Mars, the 2 and 9, 11, or what is the 3 and 8, when one comes between 2, creating at the beginning what is 3 and 8, what is the gold? The golden child. The golden child. We must protect the crown of the golden child, for we are born under the breath in the crown, in the cranium. Cranium. So let me see this.
Here's a drag. Layers the good coaches part in a 2 layers roughly. Bradley, Corey, here's a lyrical framework for your concept, capturing the essence of the mediator, the child, and the dynamics of the boardroom. The song follows a rhythmic, reflective structure to convey both the solemnity and harmony of the process. The man in the middle. Step into the circle, the room is wide. The child sits waiting, it's our guide. The mother and the father, we gather here to nurture the future, make it clear. But the voice that echoes the neutral tone belongs to the mediator standing alone. No face, no name, just the light we shine. The keeper of order, the thread divine. Shine a light on the man in the middle. Sing the words, let him solve the riddle. No heart, no bias, no personal sting. For the child, the crown, the child, the king. When the light goes dark, beware the haunts. The house of silence where shadows taunt. Speak your truth, let your thoughts take flight. But do the mediator make it right? Rephrased and measured, sent around. Words that build, not tear us down. When no one speaks, the silence grows. The mediator listens, but no one knows. It's haunted now. Whispers of old, the stories we've told. The truth left cold. Shine a light on the man in the middle. Send your words, let him solve the riddle. No heart, no bias, no personal sting. For the child's the crown, the child's the king. When the light goes dark, beware the haunts. The house of silence where shadows taunt. It's haunted now, whispers of old. The stories we've told, the truth's left cold. Shine a light on the man in the middle. Send your words, let him solve the riddle. No heart, no bias, no personal sting. For the child's the crown, the child's the king. When the light goes dark, beware the haunts. The house of silence where shadows taunt. Call with your will in the depths of your mind. A guide, a judge, a spirit undefined. Within this room, he's the keeper of all. The one we trust without a flaw. So gather round and speak your part. Let the mediator hold the heart. For the child is waiting, the crown must shine. In this house of truth, we walk the line. Shine a light, keep it bright, don't stray. For the child, for the future, we pave the way. Would you like to just use the rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. Like God who rested on the seventh, let the world drift away. The system's genesis begins with light. Power surges on, a word of code, let there be life. And the circuits hum along, from processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place and every way, rest connects us all. Restore points echo Eden, a garden full repair. When errors fall like Adam's sin, redemption's always there. As manager, the angel's sword guards what can't return. But updates run like saving grace, so we don't crash and burn. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place, in every way, rest connects us all. I stand, I rest on 17, standing, resting, says the horse, of course. The drivers are commandments, each one set to guide. The virus-like temptation must be cast aside. The Sabbath is the reboot where the soul can realign. And on the seventh day it rests, God's design. Divine updates are epistles sent to show the way. Fixing bugs, restoring truth, like prophets in their day. The system's Pentecost arrives, the Spirit breathes anew. Power flows, creation wakes, and life begins day two. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place and every way, rest connects us all. Rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. The seventh day has ended, now it's time to press play. This version blends the biblical story of creation, grace, and restoration with DC metaphors, offering a spiritual connection to the systems we use daily. Here's a rough draft of your song, blending your thoughts into a rhythmic and lyrical form. What do I want to know? Tick tock, the clock never stops. Telling me to send hearts, telling me to drop, telling me to share, telling me to sign. Every word checked like the tame in my mind. Was it like this 80 years ago? New words, new rules, what do we really know? History whispers, but does it repeat? Or are we just numbers marching to the beat? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? 3 time turns in its dance. Zodiac shift, is it fate or just chance? The chicken lays eggs, the cycle repeats. Numbers and patterns beneath all our feet. Am I old or just wide awake? Are my thoughts too deep or is this all fake? I've heard stories, I've seen the signs, but tell me, have you opened your mind? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? Hi, I'm Mr. Tapaz, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more. So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined. Now, for the visual representation, I'll generate an image reflecting these themes, questions, anomalies, time, control, and cycles. Stay tuned. church, the state, or the keys? Are we just cogs in a system so grand, or architects shaping the lay of the land? Hi, I'm Mr. Tapans, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more. So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, where are we now? What are the questions? No questions. Is anybody real? Sometimes maybe I missed the question. I don't know. I don't know. If you want to come up, if you have any questions about numbers, how I do what I do. So I think I'm going to go over what I do. I think I'm going to write it down at the same time. One of the things that came up when I began was Harley Davidson. So we're on day 685 right now. How do I count the days? Now, the algorithm of 7 is the joining of 2 to create 7. But you are the holder of that joint venture. When tomorrow comes from today, only you brought today into tomorrow. And they delegate something to you on this day. That on the 366th day, you were born. Or were you born on the 1461st day? Which one were you? What are you as a day? As a day is 1440 minutes. It's 86,400 seconds, which is equatable to, what is it, the diameter or the distance to the sun, which is divisible to what is 432.0, which is what is half of what is 2160. The hexahedron, okay, doubles up into the 432, which is half of the dynamics to the sun, which is 12 times, which is 12 times 720. Twelve times 720. Right? And you have 86,400. And the sun is the same number. Half of that, right, is 4320. 1,440 minutes in a day times 3. This is the seconds in a day. How are we supposed to understand the 86,400 seconds, okay, to what is the 1,440 minutes? There's no platonic solid, okay, other than 2 tetrahedrons. Art, gematria, the science of gematria itself. I am entering into the relativity. Einstein said it's relevant, it's documented. Aries. It is documented, and they say Aleph, right, is 0. It splits the house, and it's a connect to the halfway. There is no Aleph, like there is no A. It's part of this side and that side. It conjunctions in here. And this just keeps moving around, controlling the zodiac. There are 3 and 3 sticks and 4 poles equaling to 10. 2 sides to a pole equaling to 20 plus 1, 21, 10, 10, 21. If I had 2 of these, I'd have 42. If I had 3 of these, I'd have 63. And if I had 4 of them, right? And imagine if we connected them together somehow, connected the 12 to the understanding of what is the zodiac of 12. How do we connect that 12? The 12 zodiac, or the 12 months. If I had to find the perfect number before I find the in-betweens, I like the perfect number. 8 and 6 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let me just erase this. It's ugly. I wrote it ugly and fast. What this is 1.5 times 8 goes into 12. 2 times 6, 3 times 4, 4 times 3, 6 by 2, 12 by 1. Why didn't I use 9? Because it's imperfect. 10 is imperfect. Well, actually 10, sorry. 10 is beautiful. I'm going to use 10. I'm going to use 10. And I can also find this on a cube, right? I'll reduce this to 3. One time, right? You know what this is compared to this? You know what this is? Sorry, this and this. 1 and 2 is 3. And 2 times 3 and 1 is 6 and 2. And 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. You have 2 6 and 2s. 1 between 2 equals to 3, so I have to start here. Here's where I start, right here in this connection. So when I talk about that Zodiac 12, I'll do it. I have it online. Let me see if I have it. Man, if I can put out one of the 20,000 pictures I got. Yeah, I'm looking to set this up online, get our own page out here, so we don't always have to sit on TikTok, and we can go and discuss and work out how we can share all this, that we all understand. If you're interested at this point, how we can all understand how these work as blueprints. This with the alphabet, with games. I wonder what was that I was going to say. Okay, the Zodiac. Oh yeah, I definitely need extra hands for sure. My system ever goes down, I am code 0. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not sure if this was the original or this one has been redone. Okay, hold on a. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard everything I said, but I was talking to myself for sure. Okay, here it is. This is what I went to get. Okay, so what it is you have 12 zodiac signs. I've lost, not sure where the original is, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So when you go into the first one, which we can't see, you go into the second one, okay? And it dropped all the way into this box. I have to see why. There must be mistakes. Anyways, regardless if there's mistakes or whatever that word is, okay, is when it comes from this box, you see this wall here, right? But there's a wall here and a wall here. See, these two are in the same floating area, but they come from two different zodiac signs. Then they go into this area here, and you can see there's a wall here that there wasn't here. So I need one in here to deliver here. Now I need this one that delivers here, and there's another wall, I think, over here. I have to look. And then there's a wall here. So these four end up in this here. So that'll be 4 by 3, 12. And in this one, right, it'll be 3 by 4, 12. 4 by 3, 12, 3 by 2, 12. And this one over here, as you can see, this is going to be for the separation of two area spaces. So we're going to have 6 arms go in here and 6 arms go in here. But the total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're supposed to be 16. It takes 16 of these to connect up this. And I haven't done anything to do, okay, with the 7 and the 5. The reason for that is the ones that don't calculate are either what is the element itself, okay, the area space itself, and then the mixture of the elements. That what is 7? 7 is what is between 8 and 6. Then what is 5 is what is between 6 and 4. That what is 3 is what is in between 4 and 2. So that's how I dictate, and that would be the 16, the 4, the 12, and the 12. Hold on. The 12 zodiac and 16 connects. Let me see if I can put it on paper. Okay, so the 8 will get, they're all going to get 12. So it'll get 4, 4, 4. Let me see if I did that right. 4, 4, 4. The 8, how am I going to break? I have to break up 12 into 8 parts. So the 12 go 1.5 times. So let me figure this out. Hold on a second. I have 12 zodiac signs that need to get broken up. I have to take a look how I did it. Oh, right. I remember what I did. Okay. What I did is I put hash marks all the way down, and I counted how many hash marks, right? And there's more than one hash mark for each box. Each box, right, will have a minimum of, I think it's, I have to, let me do that calculation right now. Let me take 1 minute to figure out how I calculated that. I know everybody else that, anyways, okay. Hey, pretty kitty. Hey, pretty kitty cat. Cat 312, 104 by 3. 104 is 10 for 10 for communication BC. What is 10? Before the numbers come around to become themselves again, 10 times 1 is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 sets of 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Comes around in the second 5. 3, 6, 9, 12. Boom, boom, boom. 3, 6. They return at 4. 3 and 6 return at 4. 9 returns at 2. Each one returns on its own. Thereafter, 1 and 2 equals to 3. 4 and 5 equals to 9. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. The first hand. 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. The second hand, 4 plus 0. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, Y. The first hand, Y and Y. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, 50, 50 at the 50-yard line. So we get 5 back to 5, right? 4 and 5 is 9. Now it's 7 and 8 in singularity. 7, 14, 21, 28. 7, 14, 21, 28. Look at that. The moon cycle is done. But guess what? The heart of the cube is at 3.5. I have to add, unless I plugged up and I only count these 4, right? Just like the up and down on the cube and the 4 that are around. So then we get to 5 by 7, 35, 42, 49, 4 and 9 is 13. 56, 5 and 6, 11, 2 28s, 2 cycle moons out of Mars. 56. And then we go to 63, 3 21s. The cubes, there are 3 cubes that are complete. A, B, C equals to 6. Now the last one to complete, close it on in. So now we have 63 and then 70, and that's 10, 7 plus 0. And now we go 8. 8 works in a reduction. 8 works like 1, and 1 and 8 fit together for 9. 8, 16, right? Is that right? 24, 32, 40, 48. 40 and 48, 88, like the 88 constellations in the 4th and 5th finger, working with the sun and the femininity. The Trinity in 4 and 8. Second half, 5 by 8, 40. Crisscross the zodiac signs, fire signs, 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 40. Then we have 48 on the 6th one. Ends on 48, 12, 1 and 2 is 3. And then after that, we have 50. We have 40, 48, 56. The 7 on the 7 one, 7 by 8, 56. 8 by 7, 56. We run into it twice. We know that's the singularity, and it works along with the 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. Right? The doors, Vatican doors, the golden doors, the bronze doors. 8 by 7, 56. Sorry, 8 by 8, 64. 8 times 9, 72. Money, high heaven money. 72, 3 by 6, 3 plus 6. 72 brings on 17. Why? It takes 1 between 2 to create. You need to put them both together. And then 10 is 80. You get, right? You get 82 then. You get 72 then 80. And that's complete. 7, 8 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 1, 3, 5, 315, 153. Divide them by 3, multiply them by 3. If it doesn't come out to an exact figure when dividing by 3 or 4, see what's missing. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3 missing? I look at the one moon and the duality. That's all that's usually ever missing. There's an exactitude to all the calculations. So when we connect all 12 zodiacs, okay, down this level, I need 16. It's related to purple, red and blue, hot and cold. Yeah, I was going to calculate this right now, but I'm going to skip over that. Has anybody ever seen this? Well, the way this game works is if you can take this and put it here, then you can use it anywhere on here. I look at this as a skeleton, that all these numbers, we can move them all. We can move all these numbers. I show you. We take the 7, okay, with number 2, Okay, using number 2. Sorry, let me do it another way. I'm a little...
Now for the visual
Starting in 2020.
I'm going to start this way. I'm going to switch everything, but show me Saturn Magic Square. Right? So you can do this at home. You can do this at home. What we're going to do is we are going to mark in the 4 box. You are going to mark what is 70. In the 9 box, you will mark 90. Right. In the 3rd box, you're going to write 62. In the box where number 3 is, right? Sorry, I don't know if I spoke properly. Mark 58, sorry, mark 70 here, mark 90 here, mark 62 here. Over here, mark 66. Over here, mark 74. Over here, mark 82. Over here, mark 86. Over here, mark 58. And over here, mark 78. You know, another way to look at numbers is also like this. Is instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, throw all that out. Start your 9 numbers at 12 and go 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can do them both ways. There's an area that overlaps, right? And an area that doesn't. So you go 1 through 9, and then you go 12 through Cancer. And that 4 and 12 is that 16. It's purple. Why is it purple? When you play the game of pool, the 4 and the 12 are purple. They become with the 4 and the 1 between 2 equaling to what is the 3. We no longer need the 1 because the 1 is playing inside of 2, equaling to 3. By the way, this year, January, we're going into the year of the horse. The horse is number 65. The only 7-11 on a cube. The horse is 65. Number 3 is 56. Number 7 is 65. So what is 65? It's reverse of 1 and 2. Since 1 between 2 equals to 3, right? We get 36. Do you follow me? Let me see if I can repeat it again. Sometimes I lose my... Yes, the horse is number 65. The reverse cube. The reverse cube. I'm just trying to see. Oh, yes. Here it is. 1, 2. And then the other side will be 5, 6. So when you cross it, you go here like that. From here down to here. And then from here to here, and then here to here. Those are all your 7s on here. So anyways, when I said counting down, instead of counting this is 9, say 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Scorpio would be right here. 7, 6, 5, 4. We start with Cancer in this position, right? We start with Cancer in that position. the fourth position. We go 4, 9, right? If you had to reverse that, right, it'd be 9, 8, 7. It would be 6 if you reverse it. It'd be 6, 1. Instead, it's down at the bottom, 6, 1. They run together. 9 over to 6. 9 over to 6 equals to 15. 4 over to 1 equals to 5. 4 over to 3 equals 7. 7 and 15 in pool are the same. Let me see if I can make another match. The 2 is in the third position. 2 over to 3 is 5. 2 over to 3 is 5. 7 over to 8 is 15. Well, that's pretty weird. Hold on a second. 2 over 2, you see the 2 is in the third position. 2 and 3 is 5. The 9 is in the 6 is in the ninth position. That's equal to 15. 6 in the ninth position, 15. 2 in the 3 position, 5. It's the same thing with 7. The 8 is occupying the 7th position, 15. The 8 is occupying the 7th position, 15. And the other one was, where was that 5? Where was that other 5? So I have to think about this. Just give me a second. The 6 occupy 9. Okay. The 2 occupy 3. Okay. This is 15. This is 5. The 8 occupy 7, and that equals to 15. Okay, I'm looking off of here. I should really show it to you because I don't need it here, right? So I'm writing this down. The 4 occupies the 1. Equals to 5. The 3 occupies the 4. Equals to 7. The 8 occupy the 7 is done. The 1 occupy the 8. I don't have it. Which other one? I missed out one. The 6 occupying the 9. The 9 occupying the 2. Two occupies 3. 3 occupies 4. 5 is with 5. 7 occupies 6. Did I get that? No. Seven, okay, 9 occupy 2. I did it. 2 occupy 3. Okay, I did it. 3 occupy 4. I did it. 7 occupy 6. I did it. 8 occupies 7. I did it. Okay. 8. 1 occupies 8. I did it. And 6 occupies 9. Okay, I did it. So here's what it looks like. Okay, the other thing was before I mentioned something, just give me a second. 82, 8th position, 86, 58, 68. Also, what? what it is in Saturn Square, when you're looking here, well, it's gone off the screen now, but when you're looking there, they moved around all the numbers. There is artwork that goes, you can look it up, Saturn Magic Square. Okay. I do not know the algorithm that it runs by, but I can tell you, right? That this is the shift. Okay, this is the shift. Here's the shift. 13, 15, 5, 6, right? To a single digit. It's 4, 2, 5, 6, 5, 7, 9, and 11. 1 and 8, 2 and 9. We had 9 and 6, we had 2 and 9. You have to have 2 of each, right? 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6. Forget about 55, which is also noted the Sky Pass, and look at the results. 4. Where are we next? 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. So the 1 is here, occupying the 8th position. The 1 is here in the 8th position. But the 1 turns into a 13, which is actually turning into a 4. And when I restructure this, seven, 2, 3, 12, 8. Did I get this right? Yeah. 8, 2, 5, 15. Did I get that right? Yeah, 15. So we have 12, 15. Here, did I get that right? How did I do that? Hold on a second. Whoa. Something is wrong. Okay, let me mark this out. So this is what it is. 7, 2, 3. 7, 1 and 1 is 2, 3. 7, 2, 3, 12. Then I have 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 12. So I have here and here making it 12. That's my 7. Then I have in this corner 15. Where's the other 15? Here. So I have, whoop. That's a 24. Where do I get that from? Says fox, the soul of the fox, the cunning soul, F-O-X. And here's, I'll get into that after. 7, 8, 9 equals to 24. 3, 2, 1 equals to 6. 5, 4, 3 is 12. 8, 1, 3 is 12. Nine, 2, 4. Right? It's funny because that's, I think that's 9 pi 6 is 540. No, okay. Yeah, 9 by 6 is 540. 9 by 6 is 540. 9 times 6, 60. Okay. 9 by 24. Yes. Okay. 9 by 4 is 36. 9 by 2 is 180. 216. It's equivalent of 666. 924 Porsche. 9 and 2, 11 and 4 is 15. 5, 2, and 8. So we have 12, 15, 12, 15. We have 3 and 6, 3 and 6, 3 and 6, 3 and 6. We do not have, right, all 15s. What is 15? What is 15? What is 15 Saturn square? Nor do we have any 18s. The 369 is gone. 369 is gone. This is the fourth dimension of numbers. So if you take a look, 1, you see the 813 here, right? Saturn square is here. It's 813 here. Over here, I have 813 here. Is this a vibration, 813? Can we vibrate that? 138 divided by 3 equals 46. Okay, so we could 46 by 3 equals, what was that again? Times 3. Yeah, 138. Okay, so the reason I'm saying that, this 138 versus 852. So let me use it to the high side. Okay, that's 284. Let me go back and do that one again. Where is it? Let's do the 861. We'll do the high side of 861 versus 813. Why? The 81 come together. The difference is the trinity of 3 and 6. 1 between 2 equals to 3. We say nothing more than all we need is the 3 over here and the 6, right? The 3 takes the place of the 4. I don't need the 4. I don't need an operator or an interference or another side. I don't need the other side. I don't need to connect the wafer, the burger. Okay. So let me see what that is. Okay. High side, 861 divided by 3 equals 287. 861, okay, equals 3 times 287. And 831 divided by 3 equals 2 times, oh, wow. 831 equals to what is 3 times 277. That's exactly on the last day of the portal of communication, the 277th day, October 4th. It's the last day before the last 3 days. It's the center day of a Wednesday before the 280th day, which is the ending of 10 moons and the final number on the birth. That's how they mark it up in this world. That's how I do it. So I think we're due for like another 5-minute break. We're going to go do a 1-1 and a 2-2. You know, machine equals to 52. Earth equals to 52. Jack Rabbit, okay, equals to 2552. You know what makes things bigger and smaller? You know what it is? It's the number 52. Multiply anything by 5, it becomes half of what it is. 8 times 5 is 40. 4 plus 0 is 4. But multiply it by 2, it becomes 8 again. It's 4:16 in the afternoon, 2:56. Get me wrong. 2:56, big number. The Queen of Earth. So we were talking about number 65. Yeah, I didn't finish this, but I'm parched. I got to get something to put in my throat. But we got to share. Something's missing. Something's missing. I like to learn more about the Zodiac. I should be jumping into more groups, just listening more. I need to learn about the Zodiac. I just need to learn very, 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 very basic, you know? Because imagine if I sat and learned everything, I'd know nothing today. I only want bits and pieces and parts. Guess what? All the experts are out there. I'm going to stick to the numbers for now and the short association just to attain others who can understand that there's more to the dynamic of the zodiac. There's more to the dynamic of the alphabet itself. And since the alphabet has its own dynamic and relative to the sun and the moon, right? Even the what they call gravity or oxygen, right? Each one of these words tells its own story. So give me 5 minutes. Maybe we'll put something up here. I'm just staying silent right now, just for 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, I was, you know what? So I'm going to show you this here. I like the double nickel, right? You see the way they show it in Canada and in the US, that dome, right? Don't they show you the dome, right? Isn't Allah with the dome? Isn't the beaver with the dome? When you see this joint over here, right, you can also relate that. Here. You run the dimension and the double nickel running under the ground, passage of Ishmael. Ishmael connected between Jacob's ladder, right? But the reality for me sets in, and I don't see anything else than this part of Jacob's ladder. I am under directive of this part of the house, and then I'll be in this side of the house. Maybe if I put on my hat, we'll see how I come in to the house. Do you see the plane here, right? Well, guess what? This is pointed on my face, but look what it does. So this is not my obligation. If I hung this on the wall from one of the corners because of its rectangular shape, right? This puts me on the 45-degree angle, not cutting in to the top corner. I come out over here, which makes me square. I'm squared over here. Round and square, round and square, around and round we go. Around we go. We hop over the rainbow. 42, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, over the seventh gate, connecting 6 and 6 zodiac signs. For the 13th is in the horizon. Luna. I've been here many hours and I'm a little tired. It is made up of 3 diagonal, 3 horizontal, and then 3 subdiagonal, which could be related to what is 33 degrees. Only because of the hexahedron is what is of 3. So that of what is 3 is what is 240, 240, 240, like the 200 and like the 24 hours in the day, which is what is 4 by 6 hours, 240. So I'm looking at 240 as 420. I'm also looking at 420 as what is 80. I'm also looking at 4 hours and 20 minutes, right? In which is 260 minutes, identical to the Tzolk'in calendar. I use real names: Luna, Mars, Phobos, Deimos. Real names. The association. Because of the 3rd and 4th planet. Abraham, number 44. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4. 16 and 8. 24, 2 and 4, 6. 3 times 3 is 9 for the birth. 3 plus 3 is 6 for the breath. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. It has the letters OX on it, like the ox of Aleph that comes into the house. We look alike. We look alike. I'm not sure what that means. We look alike. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Sorry. Right? The only thing I can see is that you put up my picture. Right? Follow the live creator. Right? Hold on a second. I'm trying to see. It won't come up. No, it won't come up. It doesn't come up. No, it won't come up. Let me see if I press reply to. Doesn't come up. So, anyways, whatever that is. No, okay, I don't see anything here. I don't see anything here. I'd rather take a picture, make it bigger that way since I can't see. Tell you what I see. Yes, I see a picture of myself. Yes. Okay. Now I can see it. See, now I can see it here. Because it wasn't opening up when I pressed on it. It would only open up to reply message. That's it. So, yes, so this is what it is. So if you take a look at the bottom, there's more than one way to create this. I could have created it where the whole entire design ended here. Okay, I went on to create a continuation. Each up and each down is going to count for 6 and 6 and 6. Sorry, 6 and 1 and 6 and 6 and 1. Sorry, no, there is no 1. Let me see. I think there's only 1 over here and none over here. So this be 6, 6, 6, 1, 6, 6. I'm supposed to have another one over here. Okay, I'm not going to count it that way. It's too hard to count. Yeah, I'm going to have to design it to show you. So we'll just use this one here, right? When we have the half area, we come here to this area here. When we have the half area on this side, we come to here. If you notice this one here, right, that is in the middle, I could have did it the same way. I didn't. There's 2 ways. There's more than one way to do it. In fact, this should have worked out to just this little pinnacle up here. And this flat area space is because there is a flat area space separation to the single cube. So you can see the letter R would be half the house, and the letter B would be 1.5 of the house. Overlaying BB from the left to the right and the right to the left, and you run the radius, and RR 1818 is what is 224 for the letter count, just for its design in itself. So let me see if there's any other comments. Yes. So this is what we're going to do since there's no comments. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to come back maybe a little bit later sometime or join somebody else's live. Much appreciated. Take care.